Welcome to English Listening Practice. Today's story, Building a Powerful Growth Mindset. This story has 55 parts. Listen carefully and enjoy the story. Have you ever said to yourself, I am just not good at languages, or I will never understand this? If you have, you are definitely not alone. Welcome to the podcast. Today, we are talking about a concept that can completely change the way you learn English and the way you live your life. We are going to explore the idea of a growth mindset. It is a very powerful way of thinking that helps you overcome difficult challenges. Why does this matter for you? Well, your mindset is the lens through which you see yourself and the world around you. If you can change your mindset, you can actually change your results. Let's dive into what this really means and how you can use it. First, we need to understand the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. They are complete opposites. A fixed mindset is the belief that your skills and intelligence are set from birth. People with this mindset think you either have talent or you don't. For example, if you make a mistake while speaking English, a fixed mindset tells you, I am just bad at languages. It makes you want to give up immediately. On the other hand, a growth mindset is completely different. It is the belief that you can improve your abilities through hard work and practice. With a growth mindset, you see mistakes as exciting opportunities to learn. You don't see them as terrible failures. Think about a time when you tried to learn a new sport or play a musical instrument. At first, it was probably really difficult and frustrating. You might have fallen off your bike or played the wrong notes on a guitar, but you didn't just throw the bike away and stop trying. Eventually, you got better because you kept practicing. That is exactly how a growth mindset works in every area of life. When you believe you can grow, your brain actually changes. It builds new connections every single time you learn something new. Scientists have proven this over the years. They call it neuroplasticity, which just means your brain is like a muscle that can get stronger. So if you exercise your brain by trying difficult things, it will definitely become stronger over time. You are in control of your own progress. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful words in the English language. It is a tiny word, but it has a huge impact on your brain. That word is yet. It is spelled Y-E-T. Adding this little word to the end of your sentences can change everything about how you feel. Imagine you are taking a difficult grammar test and you don't know the answers. You might think, I don't understand these grammar rules. That sounds very final, doesn't it? It sounds like you will never understand those rules, no matter how hard you study. But what happens if you add yet to the end? You say to yourself, I don't understand these grammar rules yet. Suddenly, the meaning changes completely. You are telling yourself that you will understand them in the future if you keep working at it. It gives you hope and keeps you motivated to study. It reminds you that learning a language is a long journey, not a quick race. I remember when I started making this podcast, I had never recorded audio before, and the technical side was really frustrating. I made so many mistakes with the microphone and the editing software, I almost gave up a few times because it felt too hard. But then I reminded myself, I am not good at podcasting yet. That simple change in my thinking helped me keep going and improve. You can use this trick in your English studies too. If you can't understand a fast native speaker, don't get angry with yourself. Just take a deep breath and say, I can't understand fast speakers yet, but I am getting better every day. This shifts your focus from failure to future progress. It is a very simple daily habit, but it works like magic. Of course, building a growth mindset is not always easy. We all fall into some common traps along the way. One big mistake is comparing yourself to other people. In the age of social media, this is incredibly easy to do. You might see someone speaking perfect English in a video and think, I will never be that good. That is a classic fixed mindset thought. The truth is, you are only seeing their success. You haven't seen the hundreds of hours they spent studying, struggling, and making mistakes. If you compare your beginning to someone else's middle, you will always feel disappointed. Focus on your own personal progress instead. Another common mistake is avoiding challenges because you are afraid of looking foolish. We all naturally want to look smart in front of others, but if you only do easy things, you will never grow. You have to step out of your comfort zone to learn anything valuable. Here is a practical tip for you. Next time you face a difficult task, try to change your internal voice. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," try saying, "This is going to take some time and effort, but I can figure it out." When you talk to yourself kindly, you create a safe space for learning. You become your own best coach instead of your worst critic. Let's look at how you can apply this in real life. Imagine you have a job interview in English next week. If you have a fixed mindset, you might panic. You might think, my vocabulary isn't good enough, and I will definitely fail this interview. This fear will probably make you nervous, and you might actually perform badly because you are so stressed out. Now, let's approach the exact same situation with a growth mindset. You still know the interview will be challenging, but your attitude is different. You tell yourself, this is a great chance to practice my speaking skills. Even if I don't get the job, I will learn something useful. You spend the week preparing, looking up useful words, and practicing your answers out loud. You focus entirely on the effort you can control. During the interview, you might still make a few grammar mistakes, but because you are not terrified of failing, you stay calm and friendly. The interviewer will notice your confidence and your positive attitude. Those qualities are often much more important than having perfect grammar. Even if they don't hire you, you can politely ask for feedback. You can use that experience to do much better in your next interview. That is the true beauty of a growth mindset. Every experience, whether it is good or bad, becomes a stepping stone to your future success. Let's do a quick recap of what we have discussed today. Remember, your abilities are not fixed from the day you were born. You can always improve by putting in effort and trying new strategies. Mistakes are just proof that you are trying and learning. Here are a few useful phrases you can try using this week. First, the magic phrase, I don't know the answer yet. Second, try saying, this is challenging, but I am going to keep trying. Use this when you feel stuck on a difficult problem. And finally, ask yourself, what can I learn from this mistake? Ask this question whenever things don't go according to your plan. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. Keep practicing, keep growing your mindset, and I will see you in the next episode. And that's the end of today's story, building a powerful growth mindset. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed listening. Keep practicing every day. Your English is getting better and better. Follow this channel for more English listening practice. See you next time.